Man, do I need to play Elise? I don't know. I bet he goes 5 wins. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Usually this kind of deck does well against Druid and does well against Shaman, so that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm hoping I don't encounter too much Control Warrior Mirror, as that's kind of... We will get dunked on in a Control Warrior Mirror. Hunter mediocre matchup. I reached Legend the other day with Control Warrior. I had 80% win rate, so hopefully we can keep that up throughout this Tavern Brawl and reap the rewards. Karen's a bit slow. That could be a card that punishes us here. He keeps 1.
I'll never tell.
Plays top deck Secret Keeper. And doesn't touch a coin. Yeah, we just simply kill that. This is kept card. Coin.
Come, midnight.
Cloak Punchers. Can you keep a secret off the mulligan? No. I did keep a secret off the mulligan. So the secret he kept off the mulligan must be Cat Trick, right? I still think it's fine to proc it. I could use Bash this turn and I miss a draw though when I'm bashing the cat, or when I'm slamming the cat next turn. But I would get to squeeze in an extra armor up. I think a card is worth 4 life. So I'm okay with taking 4 damage to bash next turn. Now that I top decked Barnes, I don't feel great about it. We had 3 4-drops we could have top decked there. This way I wish I would have bashed.
I'll never tell.
I think being defensive is fine. It could even be sniped. We're developing into our freezing, so most of the time developing we're just going to be taking a boatload of extra damage, and we just wait to develop for the turn where he misses his curve, you know? Which is not... This is kind of a missed curve. It could be another cat too, so that's got to be factored into our thinking. So I'm going to play Barnes in the hopes that this is an additional cat.
Tonight, a tale of long lost worlds.
Snipe goes off. Ooh, the Torrent's a good rip.
Such big teeth I have.
Can't be cat. Because this is still the original secret. So that means this is either freezing, explosive, misdirection, or bear. He could have another freezing in his hand. If he has another freezing in his hand and I go with this line, I could get super punished. But I think it's a risk worth taking. Otherwise, all of the other plays put me at such a disadvantage against high main.
I let the dogs out.
I want to have the 2 health minions remaining so the infested Thorn gets clean trades, right? 5, 6, 7. Alright, we're at 16. Not even double kill command kills me, so we should be fine. And we have double shield block just to recover after this. This is fine. Getting Karen out early allows us to actually be in a position to potentially handle this. I mean, obviously it's not ideal.
All upon us.
18 is plenty. Hopefully there's no rag in his hand currently. That's what could really punish us. Fuck me, man. Not face. Developing the slime. It's close. As an execute activator, right?
To my side. Such big teeth I have.
Quick shot. Why didn't he quick shot my guy? Should be able to stabilize from this point. Second high main is the only bummer. We've already dealt with Rag and 1 high main.
To my side.
This is a lot of extension. Zoth brings back 2 infested wolves.
Disqualified.
So let's say he rips Unleash and we bring back 2 infested wolves and Karen. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minions in the board. So Unleash is 5 damage. And then he gets to take the trade here, the trade there, the trade there, and hit me for 5, 6, 7. It is only 7 damage. So I think Nazoth is the strongest player here. You want Iron Forge Portal? Hopefully that's not explosive.
Disqualified.
So we want to set up lethal for next turn. So we have 9 going at him next turn. 9 plus 10 if we full clear. So 19. So if we remain 19 on the board, how much needs to go face this turn? If 9 goes face this turn, then 19 plus 9 is not enough. It's 28. So we would need to get... this has to go face then in that instance. So to set up lethal, we go here. And then this trades. And then this goes face. This trades. So now we have 19 going forward, and kill command doesn't kill us.
Well played.
Unleash doesn't kill us.
I concede.
Alright, we are 1-0.
Versus Uther. I will fight.
Paladin typically can be a difficult matchup for us. I don't know if it's aggro or what's going on with it. We don't want to play Karen anytime in the immediate future. We want to try and bait out his Sylvanas first. Or suicide around Karen. Since we do have double Ironforge Portal, if he is anything, we can outlast him. Priority is finding Justicar early to do this. He keeps 2 cards. Signals he could be some sort of aggressive paladin. We are in the lower ranks of the Brawl. Some sort of dragon paladin. I don't know. Obviously just War Axe here. Having double execute doesn't seem like it's going to be great in this sort of matchup, as he appears to be a faster deck, so that's a bit unfortunate. So whenever we can use these, we're going to try and use them, since they're most likely going to get low value. Unless he's slow dragons. If he's slow dragons, that changes everything, but I don't want to play Ghoul here. It's my only execute activator. So I would much rather get this infested Torrent out there. Uses the coin. I still think it's better than playing Ghoul. I obviously don't want to swing my weapon at that.
Let me think.
My work is paramount. Leave me alone.
So what does Blackwing Technician tell us? Potentially no True Silver in his hand, because True Silver would be a more appealing play than this. Also tells us he's most likely a slower version of a dragon, which means execute goes up in value, so we shouldn't just throw it away frivolously. Say 5-drop Blackwing Corruptor. Yeah, we should trade for Blackwing Corruptor. I don't think the 2 damage is worth sneaking by unless there's 0 risk, right? Most likely we're Ghoul executing whatever he plays, but... Ghoul is usually pretty good in the matchups. Having to use it kind of here is pretty sketchy, but as I mentioned, Execute's pretty shit in the matchup, so I'm fine with kind of rattling it off there.
Let reading dragons lie.
Justicar contests allows me to Barnes armor up Shield Slam next turn as well. I don't know what the fuck is in Dragon Control Paladin, but I know it's not good. I know it's good against Warrior because it has so many threats, right? Hopefully it's not like N'Zoth Dragon Control Paladin, because that'll be way too many threats for me to deal with. Argent Protector. And Embers and some Clown Fist. Getting Karen out this early is kind of sketchy. Sylvanas becomes an immediate problem. But the board control is slipping away because of the tempo swing of Argent Protector at the moment, so...
Let me think.
Follow the rules.
We run 2 Brawls. We have Thank Up. I find it unlikely for him to commit more than this onto the board. So I think this is good enough Brawl value for me. He only has 4 cards remaining. Some of them are bound to be equalities and utility cards. This is a bit unfortunate because this offers him the ability to Sylvanas steal it at some point later on, so... Alright, what the fuck? Oh. Not sure what's going on with that, but Geddon usually doesn't get value, so this is pretty sweet. And Karen is now dead, so Karen will be able to come back off N'Zoth later on. Pyro 1. Ah, maybe this is Reno. Reno Dragon Paladin. This is Reno Dragon Paladin.
Reporting for duty.
Don't high roll me back. Good, good, good. Barnes has what? We can get Acolyte, Acolyte. Ghoul is shit. Harrison's shit. Sylvanas is good. Grom and N'Zoth. So not great. But I would like an Acolyte right now, so I'm gonna go for it, I think.
A tale of terrible tragedy.
Since he only has 2 cards remaining, I feel okay about this Shield Slam. We have another Shield Slam remaining in the deck. I think it's just important to not let him start snowballing out extra value out of the Murloc Knights. I'm not really sure what his threats are, and I want to just kind of stay on top of it.
Reporting for duty.
So that could be any secret. So let's play around, you know, all of them. So we'll develop Grom next turn.
Speak to me.
Looks like it's competitive spirit. It's the only one we didn't play around for this line, I guess. We played around redemption, repentance, and all that jazz. Noble sack.
Let reading drag.
Second bookworm. Pretty big punish for playing the Acolyte. Getting grinded out, man. Gonna lose to Reno Paladin. Maybe not Reno, it's the second bookworm.
Reporting for duty.
I assumed it was Reno because every other card was one of, and there's a lot of interesting card choices. I think being proactive with my removal is fine enough, and Equality's already been used. And an Aldor, so protecting this Grom could be super important, since I am out of cards.
I wield the power of black.
That is still decent value. Grom basically cleared the whole board.
Face the airs of magic.
He has a dragon in his hand.
Reporting for duty.
I like getting a minion to contest. Water Elemental's a pretty good one.
Once upon a time.
Hopefully we don't get a big dragon out of this. I don't think he has room for Sylvanas with 2 bookworms and an Ivory Knight. So I won't be afraid of anything like that any longer.
I am the essence of magic.
It's not a Consecrate in his hand because the other card's a dragon.
Let the pain
So
speak to
that's
me.
positive. I want to freeze this to try and farm multiple draws.
Job done.
We have 2 slams, a War Axe, and a Bash, and a Ghoul. And that's how we're going to try and kill Malagos. It's going to be tricky.
I wonder.
Scaled Nightmare. He still has a dragon in his hand. This is a different dragon.
Reporting for duty.
Bring the pain.
I have
I should have maybe damaged my Sylvanas with the Ghoul. So I could get it dead. Yeah. He has a dragon remaining in his hand, which means he does not have an equality combo.
Reporting for duty.
Bring the pain.
Let none survive.
I think I want to disable him from having a Malagos. Otherwise he can trade in, right, and then just sword down his own Malagos. So he's got a dragon, and we have to kill him before he finds second equality combo. He's used 0 consecrates.
I wonder.
So that's why I didn't want to extend his auth into the Malagos, because 2 consecrates available is really scary.
Reporting for duty.
So he has a dragon in hand, which means he cannot top deck an equality combo. Only top deck an equality. So I think now is the time to go in and try and finish him. If it's Deathwing, we take a 12-12 and then kill him with it. We would get 12-12, a 2-2, and a 4-5. If it is Deathwing. And then he will die, which is awesome.
Move quickly.
Maybe it is Deathwing. We're 1 damage off lethal against Deathwing, with Harrison and Slam remaining in the deck. We can Iron Forge portal into
I'm almost out of
lethal.
cards.
Oh.
You are
Let none survive.
for honor.
Yeah, 2-0.
Versus Brawl.
Typically speaking, you'll see the mid-range variant.
Victory!
Flame Wraith Faceless is cycled out of the meta at the moment, so Execute is less appealing than it once was. Warak's still good as ever. He's touching middle and right card. Ends up mulliganing them all. Had some tough decisions though.
Greetings, friend.
I do not like that. We'll keep him unsquelched and try and see if he maybe gives away information, so...
Greetings.
Having the Warwicks at the ready beats armoring up, but I still don't think the totem's worth killing. Unfortunate. He plays a Sidikuzan Shaman. It's a very uncommon, borderline unseen tech choice. We have plenty of armor gain in our hand, so I think we're okay just shield blocking. Flame Wraith Faceless, another interesting tech choice. The meta is very different. He has the punish. We don't get a cycle off our Acolyte, but it's still good enough, I think. I prefer getting 2 draws rather than using an Iron Forge portal for the 5-drop here, or the 4-drop. Like, threatening 2 draws I find to be more important. This is awkward against second Flame Wraith Faceless, I guess. Other than that, it should be fine. Yeah, so we forced a Lightning Bolt, it's pretty sweet. Alright. Justicar should be able to buy us a lot of time if we get it down so cleanly like this. And then we could just continue armoring up, and he can't extend too many cards because the fear of Brawl. And tank up beats most of his board.
What to do? There is a lot at stake.
Tempo Thunderbluff. What? Now, why was this a good decision? I mean, it works out in this instance, but...
What now?
I find it rare that this works as nicely as this.
I wonder.
Next turn must be Rag, right? I think next turn's Rag. Lots of things from blue. Oh wow, second Flame Wraith Faceless too. Mm. 12 damage from Bloodlust. So 12, or no, 9. 12, 17, 24.
What now?
The Hex Punish is too much, right? We should just kill it. That's a good minion. Comes back on this off too. So many threats, man. The ooze was a real bummer, and then he follows it up with Flame Wreath, Thunderbluff, thing from below, Flame Wreath. He's got another Thunderbluff. It gets really awkward really fast. I need to get this Grom hexed.
There is a lot at stake here.
It gets real awkward real fast.
I wonder. I wonder. I must choose.
I think we have to do it. And then maybe we can gain some life if he takes trades instead. Because he doesn't want to use the Hex. And if we gain life, we can gain time. If we gain time, we can find the good cards. If we find the good cards, we can win the game. Yeah, Bloodlust Totem, GG. So not Bloodlust. Very high percent chance of being hexed then. Alright, let's go. Shield Slammer execute. Now what's the best way to do this?
What now?
Maybe we don't even kill the Thunder Bluff at this point.
I must choose.
Tonight, a tale of wonder and magic that belongs in a museum.
You just used a Maelstrom portal, so that's some form of AoE. Maybe we can get back on the board. He does need to use a lot of removal to protect his Thunder Buff Valiant in this situation.
I wonder.
It's a bit annoying. So the Barnes there had 4 positive outcomes. Acolyte, Infested Torrent, Karen Geddon. And 2 bad outcomes, which is why I let it rip there. If we got that tempo swing at that moment, I think we could have pulled ahead. T. Robinson just subscribed for 12 months in a row. Welcome back to the Black Cave Team thing, man. Appreciate the support. Lightning Bolt. Not a Fire Elemental. Thank you. He's got Hex plus card. Ironforge Portal could get spell power.
Do you know the secret handshake?
On with the show!
How valuable is 1 damage? I guess fine. If we lose Harrison to AoE, I don't think it changes like the kill on this or anything with the majority of our top decks, so I'm okay with it. Fuck your taunt totem! Jesus. Just, if he doesn't roll taunt totem, I can kill the Thunder Bluff.
I wonder.
It's 2 in a row now. Wasn't armor first better in case of Spawn of Shadows? I think I have enough health that Spawn of Shadows isn't too much of a factor, so I was more looking for inspire things that could help my board position better. Right, like he only has a 4/6 on board, so if I'm taking an additional 4 damage, I'm still fine on life total. But if I get an Inspire guy, I can get a stronger board position, which is much more relevant. This is the top deck card. He's still holding on to Hex and whatever card he held on to last turn. Not Storm, it doesn't look like. Storm was very applicable in this situation. Could be double Hex in the hand. Mouse over the Hex now. He's thinking about Hexing for board control to preserve his Thunder Bluff. Strongly indicates that that could also be second Hex then. Top decks that help us in this situation. We have Execute. Both Flame Wreaths are gone, and this is the second Thunder Bluff, so Execute's pretty huge. Execute War-X. Slam would allow me to kill it, so that's 4. Bash, 5. Get in 6, so it's a 50-50 that the top deck is game-changing, so I'm going to go for it. Okay.
Outsider!
And we just keep waiting for these hexes. We should be able to armor out for the rest of the game. He's out of threats for the most part. We need to finish Rag, and this is what this executes for. There's a thing from below and potentially a Ragnaros. If he's playing double Flame Wreath Phaseless, double Thunder Bluff, double things from below, Acidic Swamp Ooze, Harrison, and Rag, like... I don't know. It's very tech towards Warrior.
We hunger for vengeance.
So, the card that he was holding on to that time, the whole time, was Maelstrom Portal. Final remaining card is Hex. Getting best draw.
There's little time. I wonder.
So, Hex doesn't impede any of his mana. So, is it worth it to just get this Hex? I mean, I don't care about Sylvanas in this matchup anyway, so I think it's fine.
I have no time for games.
I want to make him have to sacrifice the guy to get the draw, so I'll take this trade instead. He's got 2 Flame Tongues left. Could also be a Flame Tongue. Realistically, there are positions where you could use a Flame Tongue though, so it's a Hex. Yeah. I'd rather have Sylvanas Hexed than Karen Hexed, right? He's got 1 more Hex in the deck. Roll Taunt Totem again. I don't like that. Is Fatigue going to be an issue? Fatigue is not going to be an issue because we run the Nizoth package, and we already have Justicar with plenty of life. So I'm okay with drawing multiple draws off this Acolyte. He hasn't played any Drakes yet as well, so he's going to be catching up in the draw rather quickly. Unlucky. We have a second Brawl still. He's got Drake thing from below. Even if Karen gets hexed, I still feel like we can win this game. Because the 2 Infested Torrents is usually an up after Nizoth, with both Maelstroms gone. Unless he runs double Storm and double Flame Wraith Faceless, which sounds impossible. Yeah, we're just gonna start getting value out of this guy. I'm gonna hold on to the Bash as an Execute Activator in case Ragnaros or something immediate that I need to kill comes out. Removing a 2-1 isn't a huge priority. Bloodlust doesn't kill us.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry.
Second Origin Horse Rider. 2 Origin Horse Riders signals potentially Bloodlust, right? Because they synergize well together. Killing it increases my Nizoth value greatly. He's trying to play around Brawl. Just another advantage to holding behind the Bash there. Saving it for a priority target, bluffing that I have Brawl in my hand. It's just good. Even if he has Storm. He would need double Storm. And then he still has to get through a lot more threats. I guess he could do it with 1 Storm. Why?
I wonder. There's little time. What
What's the record currently? The record currently is 2-0. Why would you hack a 5-7 instead of a 4-5 that comes back to life as a 4-5?
For honor.
I want to get the most value out of the front half of these Death Rattles before they get blown up in an AoE. So that's why I'm taking all the trades instead of using the Bash. And I also want to keep saving this Bash for an Execute Activator in case random Ragnaros appears. Where's Flame Tongue? think we have enough on the board. I don't want top deck Storm to be able to kill 3 minions. He's got potentially 2 Storms. His top deck, he's got like Spirit Claws, Flame Tongue, Thing from Below, and 2 Storms. Or Feral Spirits and 1 Storm. Or no Storms, and maybe he just has a random Ragnaros.
I wonder.
But we got it in the pocket. Just trying to play around everything. We need to be about 30 life ahead of him if we want to win on strictly fatigue, because we're fatiguing 2 deeper. So we're not even close to that, but by the time we get there, we should be
I wonder.
pretty close. The course of the fatiguing game. So these totems don't actually hold any value except for the Flame Tongue totem top deck. So I could kill them to play around Flame Tongue. I think killing 1 might be sufficient. Because they increase the value of my Brawl. And the face damage gets me much closer to that critical life total of where I can win in fatigue easier. So now we're at the point where I'm about 30 life ahead of him, so I can win in strictly fatigue now. So I don't actually even need to go face for the rest of the game if I wanted.
I'm almost out of cards.
Now that the Storm's out of the way, I want to get the Death Rattle out there. Flame Tongue trades pretty awkwardly into that. We could try and play around the 2nd Storm if we wanted. I think the face damage is more valuable. Our final card remaining is Baron Geddon. So Baron Geddon will clean up these totems. Second Storm. I don't want to play Baron Geddon without it actually killing something. Alright, I really gotta pee.
Greetings, friend.
Alright, we are 3-0. Jens M just subscribed to Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Batcave team thing, man. Appreciate the support. Mage. Tempo Mage is a rough matchup a lot of times.
Victory or death!
Depends how greedy his deck is, though. I like being able to kill minions, and all of this kills minions, so I'm very happy with these. If it is Control Warrior, we get a free win. I mean, if it's Freeze Mage. So it's not quite as good as having War Axe, right? But it's not a bad hand. He keeps one card, doesn't play it turn 1, it's not a Mana Worm. We can expect that this is going to be a 3-2. Sorcerer's Apprentice, or Cult Sorcerer.
Let's make magic.
Doesn't play the one he kept. Maybe he kept Flame Waker. I'm fine with not cycling this. Just being on top of minion removal I think is okay. Even though we have Brawl in hand, they can do so much damage with such a small amount of minions that I prioritize being healthy a lot of times more so. He gets the Forgotten Torch and launches it at my face. So what is the 4-drop he wants to play, right? Barnes is the standard 4-drop. Yeah, coin's more valuable. The Infested Torrent's not going to contest anything or do anything, right? It's a 2-3, it trades into 3-2, so I'd rather be using my removal for this. It's going to Flame Waker me in the face. He's doing nothing. Okay. If he doesn't have Polymorph and we can safely deploy Karen, then we can soak up so much value. It's insane.
You want it?
It's a very high value card. Not a lot of people playing the Thrill Conjurers anymore. Just gotta give him Polymorph, which is really scary, which makes the YOLO 6-drop kind of sketchy. If I react to it with Brawl, then with Bash, then I'm not really accomplishing anything. So I'd rather proactively develop into it, and then Bash plus Infested Torrent next turn. So the choices are Acolyte of Pain or Ironforge Portal. I like Ironforge Portal, because it could directly contest it pretty well.
Or die. Or both. Let's make magic.
Is Acolyte good enough? If I play Acolyte now, I can save the coin, try and get like N'Zoth out early and what have you. Getting N'Zoth out a turn early could be huge, so I think I'm gonna just take this little bit of risk. Hope he uses a removal spell regardless. Ooh, immediate trade. Ah, then we top deck the punish. Very good. How important is cards over tempo? We have a really stacked hand as far as value is concerned. So I think what we'll do is actually hold back on the Acolyte of Pain. I still need to find like an Execute or something for Rag. If Rag comes out next turn, it could be a big bummer. Instead of trying to react to his game plan, I'm trying to set up my own. Which could come back to bite me, but this helps us get this trade on board, and then we can play Karen. And then we can save the coin for N'Zoth. And if we can coin N'Zoth after Karen dies, we win.
Someday I'll be just like you.
That's unfortunate. He's used 2 Forgotten Torches already. Holy smokes. I need to find more armor gain at this point.
At least I have chicken.
Well, we're shifting gears, I guess.
Speak to me.
Not happy about that.
I'm not lonely.
Gives us an extra draw. Force of the trade. Taking 4 hurts. So let's not take 4 then. If I can get him to waste a fireball on this, I'll be in a much safer position. I'm worried about the triple fireball threat because he hasn't used any fireballs yet, and he's used 2 Forgotten Torches. So there's a lot of potential damage coming out. But this Geddon should be able to clock him if he doesn't remove it fast enough. I think I have the life to support it. Oh jeez. All he has left is the Babbling Book card. So Karen can threaten to actually help me outvalue him. That's fine. I want to take the safe line.
I can wait to taste my blade.
He's already played 1 Faceless Summoner, double Fire Lance Portal, Rag, Ethereal Conjurer. So it's much more likely he top decks a spell rather than a minion here.
Cast a spell. I want to cast
Like so. Zoth is best against Mirror Entity. Oh, fuck me.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Job's
Oh
done.
my god. Okay. second. Infinite value tomes. That's unlucky that he gets this. We're running very low on threats in our deck. We had to use many resources to answer the board positions we were put in. Because we didn't have execute or rag and etc.
For honor.
So, we already know the secret's not Mirror Entity because of the sequencing. 9, 10, 11. I think it's okay just to get a little more pressure out there. We still have a reload after Flame Strike. We only have 3 minions remaining in our deck. So, hopefully the Closet Dome doesn't give him too many good spells. I want to have 2 minions that he has to... Nah, no. I can just trade into this anyway. How do I want to do this? One route is we just jam all face and then find our 1 War Axe remaining and kill him with it. I like that route the most. The other route is picking up value trades and playing the value game. Theoretically, we should be able to just kill him. War Axe. Once we find it.
I have no time.
I want to play Sylvanas in case he got Firelance Portal, I guess. Oh, Spellbender's a bummer. Oh, jeez. Why didn't I play the spell first? I'm getting sloppy now. I'm already tired. It's only 3 games in. That's so silly. So silly. So this is likely another Spellbender because he couldn't play it until we had already procced the first Spellbender. So I'm okay with this. Oh, it's a counter spell. Huh. I'm fine trading cards with this man. Eventually we find War Axe and kill him. Unless he's got a barrier.
Want it?
Oh my god, another Conjure. All these random spells. This might mess up my game plan. If he gets something super defensive. Or another Kabbalist Tome. If he gets the 3rd Kabbalist Tome, we're in trouble. Unlucky. Ah, this is just a mistake. Alright, I don't want to brawl now. I want to brawl and then develop in the same turn. So I was looking for that Ironforge portal. Oh, he's committing more. What the fuck? What are you doing, Happy Feet? Oh my god. The third Kabbalist Tome! Are you shitting me, bro? Why am I never lucky?
Tonight.
Get the 1-1, I guess. Barnes only gets a minion for now, since the last minion is this. Fiery Warx, Ravaging Ghoul, execute. We need 2 Warx hits to the dome to close this out, unless secrets decide to stop it. Why are you drawing? What the fuck are you doing? You literally cannot kill me in time. High roll. It's okay to have the Warx equipped because if he Harrison's, he dies. He's drawn 5 cards since this turned into a fatigue game.
I'm almost out of cards.
Someday I'll be just like
Don't worry, we will still lose to Yogg. He still has a Babbling Book and an Arcane Blast. Those are the remaining cards, right?
I'm out of cards.
I don't want to miss the tank up to kill the Drake. Tanking up and the Drake being dead are the same thing.
I'm not lonely anymore.
Not a taunt. Oh man. Doesn't run any Arcane Blast in his Tempo Mage. Zero Arcane Blast, Tempo Mage. 1 Babbling Book. 1 Kabbalist Tome. Rag, double Firelands Portal, double Faceless Summoner, double Ethereal Conjure, Kabbalist Tome. This is the greediest fucking Tempo Mage. I don't understand how he can beat aggro with it. It seems all of our opponents have been playing anti-control super greedy decks. Which is unfortunate because we're playing Control Warrior. So we've had an unfavorable matchup every round, but somehow we're still 4-0. It's a mid-rangey type mage. I don't know, man. That's not mid-range. That is late game as fuck. Okay. If this is an anti-control warrior, control warrior, we should lose. It should be about impossible for us to win. We're also going second, which means we're half a card deeper in fatigue, which means we're basically starting with 15 less life than this guy. If it's Dragon Warrior, we got a chance, so we're gonna kind of mulligan for that. And hold on to this bash. But our warrior is super greedy. We have very few threats in the warrior build. And a lot of draw, and all of the draw is totally dead. So that makes the mirror very difficult to win, especially when going second. So this might be the first loss. This guy keeps 3 cards, which strongly signals dragon or pirate. Picks up a card as if he were to play it and puts it down. Okay, it's Dragon Warrior. It's better for us, but unfortunately we don't have much action right now. Coining the Acolyte doesn't unlock very much for us either. It unlocks only 2 top decks of the Ghoul. So we can find much better usage of our coin later on. We're probably gonna have to coin this Sylve if we want to win this game. Cycling Acolyte for 1 seems reasonable. We're gonna need to like Sylve Brawl to win. Next turn's probably Bash Shield Slam. Oh wow, slow turn. Ooh, might have to do that. He took a really slow turn and developed this weapon, and the hope for him is that the payoff of the weapon, killing 2 minions, was worth it, but definitely not going to be worth it when we just play a 5-4 that contests both of his minions cleanly and removes his weapon. And we know he doesn't have a 4-drop, which is super important in this instance, right? Because if he has a 4-drop, he can go like Blood Taker, trade 4-drop, but we know there is no 4-drop. So that makes this turn really awkward if he has to use a removal spell to help these minions trade up. So that just further incentivizes it. Oftentimes I'd like to hold the coin for the Sylvanas, but just because of the way that, you know, we've seen his curve pan out with that War Axe coming up there, I feel it is quite reasonable to coin the Harrison.
Fly, Polly.
And that's Lost First Mate. And no 4-drop, hopefully. Ah, he held back Korkron last turn. This was already in his hand. He held black to play around Bash Shield Slam. Unfortunate for us. It's so bad. We had the potential to try and go for Slam Ghoul. I'm nervous about this card. He held it off the mulligan and still hasn't played it, so I think it could be a Jones or an Ooze. And I've been debating if I wanted to play this weapon or not, and I think I still do. I think it's still worth it, messing up his turn 6. It scares me though. Because right now he wants to knock me down to exactly 15, and then play his Crusher. And we want him to do this. We're glad if he does it. Because we have the Execute.
What now? I wield the power of black.
Seems good.
Astonishing.
We needed that. That could give us a chance. Second Blackwing? Blood Tick. Kept card from the mulligan. Or X, of course. How do we beat the Ragnar Bros? 3, 6.
I wonder.
That's nice. We have a majority of low rolls off of Barnes, so I'd rather play the Infested Torrent, especially with the freeze now. The freeze makes sense. So 3, 6, 9, 10 coming in at me. We can go up to 15. So if he goes 3, and then he can rag flip me, I think we're okay.
What now?
I have no time for games.
I think if we just brawl here and be reactive, then we lose when he develops a big minion. So I wanna take this risk, but yeah, it is a risk. He could put in a bunch of damage on our face and then, you know, have Grom plus an activator to follow up. We've already seen a Blood Taker though, so some of the chances have gone down of that. And we could steal a taunt, so there's upside. But it's a dragon. Yeah, I mean, the last card's a dragon, but he could always top deck rag. It's always something to be afraid of. We got the taunt. And we don't want to play Barnes because we could get Geddon and kill ourselves. I like just assembling board pressure, I think. Making sure we have an execute activator available in case shit goes wrong.
For the War Chief!
So, Warwick is gone. Oh good, we have this as well. I was afraid, like, Deathwing is my next fear, right? The execute activator for Deathwing, which at the moment was the Infested Torrent, but we top decked the Ravaging Ghoul. It's now Deathwing, it's not a problem. Even if he held the X.
My fire be burned.
This gets awkward if we don't gain armor gain. Perfect. I want to start cycling towards our other executes and shield slams so we can deal with the 9/9s. Putting pressure on him is a great way to finish this game. So I like swinging with the War Axe. Makes it so we don't have to live as many turns.
My blade be thirsty. My blade be thirsty.
I don't really want to use execute on that. Yeah, could have done this in a different order and taken less damage. Lol. Losing focus and reading chat now. Not the best turn.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion. Does this hurt?
Deathwing can kill us. Swung with the weapon. Now we have no activator for execute against Deathwing. I mean, we could still just play Geddon and armor up and take 12 and then execute it the next turn, so it's fine. But maybe should have just held the weapon. Lethal.
This hurt?
Job's done.
Well
Alright, 5-0. That holding back his turn 4 play to play around Bash Shield Slam was very weird. So, I don't know. I think he might have been actually, here.
Garrosh versus
Another
Mordo.
shaman. Second shaman of the run.
victory or death!
Touches 2 cards. Like Shield Slam. Don't like Karen Bloodhoof. Mulligans everything. Slow hand. You get a little bit punished for keeping Barnes. It's so strong on 4 if you have things to go with it. Keeping it without things to go with it is a bit greedy, maybe. Depends how aggressive his opening is, though. And how lucky we are. And evidently, we're pretty lucky. So now the Barnes is going to be super, super good. Because we have Acolyte, Acolyte, Infested Torn, Sylvanas, Baron Geddon to hit. We no longer have Karen, but... And we have 5 bad ones and 5 good ones. It's a straight up 50-50. rather develop.
Tonight, a tale
3 mana
of
to try
wonder
and counteract
and
it.
magic.
Not the best time to roll Baron, Ken. Still makes some F-did Bowden attack to it.
Behold the rage of the
Yeah, we do that first before the trade in case we get Cult Master. If we get Cult Master, we get an additional draw. We've been putting a lot of pressure on, so he hasn't had a lot of time to use a lot of his cards, but these two have been here since the mulligan, so chance of Hex is fairly high at the moment. Lightning Bolt. I don't like playing Justicar into just the Spirit Claws to die, so I think I'll take the risk on Karen.
Take heart, your mother is near.
He's got 5 mana, so his play is Hex Totem. If he Hex Totems, Baron Dead's pretty good. Killing it, plays around Getting pretty good. Plays around Brawl as well. But not play around War Axe though. Correct. Cool. He still has a lot of cards though. Hitting those Drakes and the double Totem Golem starts pretty strong. But having Karen dead is pretty sweet. Didn't get hexed, we get the full value out of the sucker. So that would beg that these 3 cards are not Hex, which means he has 2 draws at having Hex. And
I have no time for
I
games.
usually gamble. It's in our favor. And if we can get this dead as well, then whenever we play N'Zoth, if any Lightning Storms have been used, we win the game.
My fire be
50-50. Got him.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Inspire is better. Inspire is worth the risk of damaging myself with the priest one.
There is a lot at stake.
Second one, huh? Geddon sets up the Grom to clear. It's got 3 potential cards in hand that could be Hex. But Hex doesn't matter anymore. Well, it does if we don't find draw, right? We need to still find the, we still need to find the N'Zoth at some point. But whenever we find N'Zoth, we just drop it and win. No Taunt Totem, please. Ah, healing. God damn it. Okay. GG. Should be enough value for us to win the value game. We've already killed Reg and 1 Thunderbluff Valiant and a Fire Elemental. So now all that's remaining is 2 things from below. Do I ever think of using Revenge? I don't like using Revenge when I stream. I think it loses effectiveness. Because even if people are not sniping, they will know my list has Revenge in it. Because they will look at my stream like previous to the game or whatever, been watching my stream that day or something, and be like, oh yeah, Firebat's running Revenge, and then make sure they play around it, right? So I generally speaking don't like to include it on stream, and then off stream I like to include Revenge. Because if I never play it on stream, then no one plays around it when I'm playing off stream. And it's pretty funny. Alright, 6-0. I'll be right back. Alright. More lock. If it's hand locked, we probably auto lose.
Your soul shall be mine. Victory or death.
Touches 2 cards. Vested Torrent's too slow, I think. Bash can even be too slow. I'll keep Bash though. I think we need to keep at least 1 good card. Oof, Nizoth a little bit slow. He keeps 1.
Buying or selling.
Most likely Zook, because he utilizes the coin here. 6-0 just finished. 5-3.
Why do you call? Why do you call?
Bashing a 2-2 isn't super high priority, so I'd rather develop and force him to have to play not a 3-drop so that he can deny my card draw. If he's not playing a 3-drop, he's going super wide on the board. If he's going super wide on the board, my Brawl accumulates value. But my Brawl accumulates value, I win the game. We're just gonna play this, try and slow him down. And then Brawl.
You are not the boss of me.
It's a scary card. Going into turn 5 especially. I see. We most likely still don't have a choice but to Brawl. Yeah, everything else we will die. Positive result. Positive result. Ish. Very positive result. It's on curve for this next turn into this.
Get it out! Get it out!
Ooh. He could have discarded that. Bummer, dude. And when we get to turn 10, it's just auto win. Is it still Heroic Brawl? It's still Heroic Brawl. We're 6-0, so we keep going until we lose 3 times. It's kind of like Arena.
You are not the boss of me.
I don't like the turn he played Doomguard, but his hand was Possessed Villager, Power Overwhelming, Soulfire, Silverware Golem, so he had to play Doomguard. Still have a game though.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
So, board contests, but Knife Juggler shenanigans can punish. Well, we have the Ghoul to finish off. So we'd need like Knife Juggler, Forbidden Ritual for the super punish. Sidonis just subscribed. Thanks for subscribing. Dude, welcome to the Batcave team thing.
Disqualified.
And we bring back too many taunts. Lunix just subscribed to Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Batcave team thing, man. Appreciate the support. Tap last.
You're
Succubus.
oh.
Interesting texture.
Do you need a blessing?
Mr. Draxus, this guy's just looking to try and high roll.
I have no time for games.
I want the minion on board. Alright, 7-0. 5 wins away. Has there been a 12-0 victory yet in Heroic Tavern Brawl? I don't know, I kind of woke up a little bit late.
Garrosh versus
Rogue.
Valera.
If it's Malagos Rogue, this matchup is very difficult. One of the key things that can help is having Justicar early, though. Acolyte of Pain cycles for 1 card if I keep it in my hand, and if I mulligan it away, it also cycles for 1 card. If I draw it later on, it can cycle for 2 cards, which is a lot better. So I'd like to pitch it back. But I want to keep Justicar. These are the cards we want. We want to try and find a way to kill Tomb Pillager. That's one of the most important things. Because when that bad boy comes down on curve, gotta have an answer. We don't have any of the tech cards like the Tinkmeister or anything, so we can't deal with giant questings or Edwins hidden by stealth too efficiently. Which can cause a lot of problems later on. Oftentimes Rogue does not play Acidic Swamp Ooze, so I feel comfortable with this. He did keep a card though, and if it's Ooze again, it's going to be another sad day. It does seem to be that the Ooze amount is increased in the Tavern Brawl as opposed to standard tournament or standard play. Why is it good to keep Justicar in the mulligan against Rogue? My ability to out-armor their potential damage, especially if it's only running 1 Sinister Strike. You can actually climb out of range quite fast. So right now we don't have a great answer to the Tomb Pillager. That is most likely the card that he kept in his hand and is coming out next turn. So getting a Barnes on the table might be the best way to be able to deal with it. Yeah, I like it. And we have a lot of high rolls here. Because these are 2 of our non-high rolls, so it's above 50%. Unlucky. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 out of 5. So just slightly above 50% to get the job done there. Oh, jeez. He got the job done. Six out of 11, I mean. Sorry, guys. You guys knew what I meant. Backstab? He's thinking about a backstab. His backstabbing gadget in his hand if he doesn't use it right. I want the weapon. I should have rolled first for Cult Master. That was just strictly wrong. But I want to save the weapon to be able to answer gadgets and stuff. Otherwise, I have no way to kill gadgets and Auctioneer out of my hand. Tyler's on the final boss, 11-1. Holy smokes. Yeah, Warrior goes really slow. Shadow Strike.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Now I can develop this. So we got to squeeze in 2 extra developments by trading the minions. We missed a lot of face damage, but face damage is irrelevant for our current game plan. We go back into this awkward state where we cannot answer gadgets and Auctioneer. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. There's a lot of top decks that can get the job done. Good. We need to be armoring up like super early, so
This guy's toast.
that's why I take the risk. I want to cycle this before I cycle the shield block, because the cycle's slower. He has to actually kill it for it to cycle.
So many wonderful.
Oh man, Zeril. Maybe it's not Malagos. Zeril doesn't fit well in Malagos. With 4 discounted cards in Malagos, the maximum damage is how much? So it'd be 8 mana Malagos plus Sinister of this. 21, 25. We are dead if he has everything. Geddon's not getting better than this. And I'm gonna say most of the time we're not dead here. I am scared though. I am pretty scared. I don't know. We could very easily die. Fuck, man. We go exactly in range of Malagos Sinister of this. We could die. He might have it. Ah, it doesn't have it. And he wastes the Shiv. Shiv is a +5 spell with Malagos later on. You only have so many spells that can go phase.
Thank you.
Tomb Pillager, okay. Sure so. I want to push the armor button every turn. And we have a wall blocking this, so hopefully the damage doesn't get through as much. You can translate backstab into face damage now. So we are still potentially dead to Malagos, which is scary. But we know he doesn't have that much damage because we didn't die last turn. I have a phone call. Hello? Hello?
I wonder. Bring the pain. Job's done.
You're my funnel cake. We hunger for vengeance.
My hand is too full.
This could be N'Zoth Rogue. Kitty.
So many options.
He discarded Emperor. When did he discard? Oh, we just milled him because of the Geddon. He milled Emperor, huh? I don't know. Did he? Chat says so. I guess I'll believe them. Emperor makes it a lot harder for him to deal damage, but the 3 cards that are the leftmost are Emperor discounted from his Barnes Emperor. So he still has an Emperor discount, actually. It's pretty crazy stuff. Man. Why didn't I draw first? Okay. We don't need to put pressure on him. That is not our win condition. Our win condition is killing everything that he plays forever. We are Fatigue Warrior now.
Hey, do you want to buy a funnel cake?
The Brotherhood Shell Cafe.
I wonder.
Why specifically a 6/6? I'm confused. Usually your win condition, once you can't do the Malagos combos, is making a giant Van Cleef. This seems very wasteful. Well.
I must choose. What now? I can wait no longer. Taste my blade.
I'm debating whether or not I wanted to actually just swing at it and kill it with the Grom. We have 2 executes remaining. He has this Van Cleef, a Gadgetson, Malagos, and that's it. And a Tomb Pillager. Potentially N'Zoth. We have 2 Brawls for the N'Zoth. Just what? Why is he continuing to draw cards?
Thank you.
I want this to connect phase. We must hold this weapon charge so we can activate our execute.
I'm almost out of cards.
I am the essence of magic.
I'm out of cards.
Did he kill me? I don't think so, but maybe. We appear to be alive. Ooh. Fancy. Doesn't do enough though. Alright. 8-0. Four more wins. Freeze mage, free win.
You asked for it.
Victory or death!
Next hour, everyone plays N'Zoth Warrior. How to counter it. This version of N'Zoth Warrior has pretty good win rate against Druid, Shaman. Pretty well rounded against a lot of other things. Struggles a lot against any real control deck. So if they have more than 5 win conditions in their deck, or 5 big threats, this warrior deck will die. This warrior deck loses to Elise Warrior. Anything slow with a lot of threats, because it's an anti-aggro control warrior. It is very light on threats. Double bash, double slam, double cool, double shield block, double acolyte, right? Like so much early game. And relies heavily on N'Zoth kind of just carrying the late game. So if you're looking to try and counter it. Reno Lock was another good one. This deck can't beat Jiraxis. There's nothing in the deck that can kind of do that. I think we have enough arm. Initiating the body to kind of distract projectiles should be enough. We're worried about his giant burst turn, right? Could Murloc Paladin be good? This deck can struggle against Murloc Paladin, but it does include every like armor up card. So I wouldn't specifically recommend Murloc Paladin, because Murloc Paladin's kind of a garbage deck. But yes, this deck will struggle against Murloc Paladin. But Murloc Paladin will struggle against everything else. Hey, we played Baron next turn.
Let's make magic.
He still has to use removal to kill it. So, I want to use the bash instead of the weapon charge, even though the weapon charge, you know, it's designed to kill these kind of minions. And the reason why is because now, if I use the weapon charge, I float 7 mana. If I use the bash, I float 4 mana, right? So now I have the weapon still developed on the board. Even though it's not a creature, it's still an entity which I can trade with that doesn't involve the resource of mana. So if I'm not utilizing the mana, I shouldn't utilize the axe. So for example, now we can Baron Geddon swing if we really wanted to. Which we don't, but we have the option now, and it's pretty. So I just want to try and find my other cards. So I'm cycling here and holding the weapon again.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
That helps my brawl. Just a card best draw. So, killing this accomplishes nothing. Gives him the ability to unload all of his removal and kill my minion, gaining value. At this point, the game is going towards the value game. So I would rather not play Grom out there to die, or Geddon out there to die. I want them to react to his things, because he's the aggressor. If I can always react to what he's doing, I should have a leg up at the end of the day, because the game's gone on so long and so slow. I have a 20 health lead already. So being reactionary, I think, is better in this situation. So I'm going to hold back the Grom, hold back the Geddon, hold back the Ghoul. All of which, you know, answer this, but... Now, Firelance Portal picks up much less value because it's dealing face damage rather than killing a minion. Is that worth a Shield Slam? The value of Shield Slam is quite limited without armor gain cards in my hand. 1 shield block, 2 bashes have been used. And 1 Ironforge portal. Yeah. It's worth a Shield Slam. Because whenever he's gonna launch everything, which is gonna happen sooner or later, then Shield Slam is gonna be super low value. So I think Execute's much higher value.
I'm not lonely anymore.
Huh. I don't want to take that damage. Brawl is decent value, but it's only trading for a card. Not even. 6 damage isn't a lot. Let's see.
That belongs in a museum.
Harrison's purpose is to eat removal anyway. I think we can take 6 to get a better value out of Brawl / Geddon.
What to do? What to do?
He's gonna play Medivh now. Lol.
We hunger for vengeance.
So, 75% of the time, Brawl is amazing every time. Good enough for me.
You want to cast a spell?
Second
I
book.
want to cast a
Still has the
spell.
original book spell in hand. This mirror entity, we can overdraw him.
Let the pain speak to me.
It's not mirror entity. Is an extra card worth lowering our Brawl value? I mean, he's already played the Faceless Summoner, so I think it's fine. I think getting 2 cards is more important. Yeah, we need to get this dead anyway. This is the second one. The Zoth bringing back 2 is oftentimes good enough value. This matchup, maybe not so much. He's been slow playing it like crazy, but...
I serve the Fire Lord.
Someday I'll be just like you.
That's, one Babbling Book spell. And then the Secret Scan. So Geddon can fall into an awkward situation with second Firelands Portal from him, as well as Effigy. So I would prefer doing this, I guess. Play around the Effigy. Effigy had already been procced. It's kind of silly. We gotta get the counterspell out of the way then. It's counterspell. Not even counterspell.
I know who you are.
Job done.
So that means it's either Ice Barrier, Ice Block, Spellbender, or Vaporize.
I'm not
Second Faceless Summoner.
I will enjoy watching you die.
What the high roll? I'll just take value Grom. So basically Grom here is trading for the minion, the Faceless Summoner, and then also trades for the removal spell, so he has to use 2 cards to answer my 1 card, which then pulls me ahead. Because at this point, it's not looking like we're playing for killing each other, it looks like we're playing for cards. He has the coin and 4 cards, and I have 5 cards, so I'm up a card right now. We don't want to draw any additional cards though, because we're heading towards that fatigue. Barnes is a risk. Barnes can get Acolyte of Pain, which is really bad. It can get Justicar and Azoth, which aren't great. Or it can get Karen or Sylvanas. Karen is the only good outcome. So I think I'll just wait on it. I don't think there's any reason to develop it. We can hold it back and play it with Brawl in the same turn if we need to have a panic answer for something.
What to do?
Let's make magic.
Well, this looks like the Geddon value we're getting. I don't want to use the Vorex charge because I'm very limited on execute activators at the moment. May need to panic activate and execute, so just having that option available is good.
I serve the
Second
Fire
Waker,
Lord.
Firelands Portal. No, Fireball. Not even second Firelands Portal. It's good for us. Burn remaining in deck is absolutely none.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Missiles, I guess. Mana Worm, Missiles, Sorcerer's Apprentice, Arcane Intellect, Azure Drake. Mana Worm, Sorcerer's Apprentice, Arcane Intellect, Azure Drake, Firelands Portal, Rag. What am I missing? A lot of people like to run like a torch and an acolyte. So we're not looking at having to deal with too much damage. Priority is not drawing. Just don't draw any cards. And I think I can win. If I don't draw any cards. That's scary. Now we're looking at a lot of damage. He's already played 2 Frostbolts, 2 Fireballs, but he's generating 2 additional Fireballs. Hopefully not 3. We can beat 2, I don't think we can beat 3. Unlucky.
Amazing.
I'll take that.
Whoops.
We have no additional execute activators remaining in the deck. Missing 4 armor is pretty huge though. Worth the risk.
By fire be burned.
We have a Sylvanas. So we steal the bag. Is missing a tank up worth it? He has 12, 15. Yeah.
I have no
it's worth
time
it.
for games.
2 cards removed. What are you talking about? Saved. When you have 4 cards remaining, or 3 cards remaining in your deck, 4 when I started planning the sequence, like, you distribute your resources accordingly. So it's not really a top deck because we pretty much know exactly what we're going to have, and you try and just organize that accordingly. I know he's going to have Rag. I didn't know he was going to have Archmage Antonitis though. We utilized 2 executes instead of the Shield Slam so that we have the ability to react to the Ragnaros with Sylvanas or with Tank Up, Shield Block, Shield Slam on it. And we saved the Barnes this entire time with the Sylvanas still in the deck, so we could Barnes out Sylvanas to armor up, Shield Slam it if we don't hit the draws there. So we set up like 5 different ways to steal that Ragnaros. So even if we don't top deck it, we roll the 50-50 on Barnes to find it and what have you, so... Flame Strike could be a bummer. So let's say he has Flame Strike Ping. He hits us for 6-7 this turn, and then he has a Fireball remaining and a Torch. And he can hit us for 9-10. And we're still fine. How important is getting the Karen?
I wonder.
Because the Karen's super slow, right? I think it's better just to react to his board immediately. There should be no way we die. He has to trade into me now.
What to do? What to do? Time runs out on me.
Traded it on me. Oh, he's trying to set up lethal.
Let none survive.
So, he has a roaring torch, maybe? I mean, a forgotten torch and an arcane intellect. So he could, like, hit me for 9 with that combo. But we should live, and we've set up lethal.
Cards.
So he has to trade again.
Well played.
Alright, 9-0. I'll do it back again. When I try and like focus super hard, I get tired really quick, so I'm already pretty fatigued. 9 games is a lot for Hearthstone. Okay. Shaman.
Brawl
4th Shaman?
for Doomhammer.
Almost 50% of my games are against Shaman now. Is this hand good enough to keep Brawl? Don't like keeping Acolyte. Touches 1 card. We're super weak to tunnel openings. You full mulligans is a good sign. Odds of him having a tunnel opening are pretty low. Good.
Greetings, friend.
Casey's in 9 wins too. Odds of him having 2nd totem golem pretty low. Should totem for the most part here. We get blown out by healing totem, but as long as it doesn't roll that, we're ahead. Fuck me. valuable is coin in my hand? It's going on 4. I think it's fine.
Tonight, a tale of wonder and magic.
High roll. We hit there at 50-50. Well, actually, it's worse than 50-50. We have Sylvan Baron in our hand. So we have 2 good ones and 1 bad one. So yeah, we hit a 40%er. Execute's pretty low value on the match in general anyway. Being able to clean up the soul board is pretty sweet. And that was the thing from below too. Usually those are what, you know, give him his big swing turns, and dealing with it super efficiently like that feels good, man. I would rather develop into this than react. It's only bad if we get a low health minion that dies to the AoE stuff.
On with the show.
Honestly, that's fine. Helps finish that off. Parliament. And pass. Oh, of course, okay.
I have no time for games.
I don't want to play Justicar into the spell power and Spirit Claws and have it die for free. So I'm fine with just getting a Hex out of the way for now. Plays into Brawl. He has a lot of good outcomes though. Brawl is only good if the spell power totem lives, so I don't like Brawl here. We're gonna need to get a very powerful Brawl to make up for the lost value
I forget
on his Manatide just drawing a million cards. This could be a tough one. We're gonna need 2 exceptional Brawls. Doesn't even kill them. We have 2 ghouls remaining. I don't necessarily need to armor up right now super badly, so I think I'd rather spend my mana Justicaring than Acolyte armor. Since his Mana Tide drew him 3 cards, we need to get 2 draws off of the Acolyte for sure. So Brawl now has a lot of positive outcomes. But the Geddon is so clean that I think I'd prefer Geddon. It's close though. It's just too clean, right? Uses the weapon though. Rockbiter? What the fuck? Aimed it at his face. Maybe he's playing on mobile device. Oh, for sure. Okay. Got him down to 4 cards. Three positive outcomes. I need to get the cycle going. 2 Acolytes on hand is really bad. Can't draw twice off of both of them, but we can draw twice off of one of them for sure. Alright, I'll take you outside in a minute. Relax. Go lay down. Hey, don't misbehave. Go lay down. There's the ghoul. Execute activators minting. We got another slam and another ghoul. Let's draw first. He hasn't used very many overload cards and he runs Flame Wreath Faceless, so I think the Trog is scarier than the Flame Tongue in this specific board. Red is 11-2. Oh man, we might not be the first guy to do it. Oh, we might be the first 12-0 though. We might lose this one. This isn't looking good. 12-1. Played 1 Spirit Claws already. This is the first Thunderblock Valiant. Still a lot of damage. It's tempting to try and hold out for a Brawl, but Seven's not gonna kill us. We can take 3 a turn for a long time. In theory. We have to worry about Bloodlust still. But for the most part, we should be fine. Second hack. We still have the Torrents. He's already used 1 Lightning Storm. So I'm not too worried about getting Fatigue down. And he's strong. I'm a little bit worried about Bloodlust. I want to get this established so I have the option to play N'Zoth next turn. If he has a weak turn, for example. We have Grom left as well. He's out of hexes.
There is a lot at stake here.
Peculiar.
I can wait to taste my blade.
If he's got Rag, then this play's sick that he just did. And he's setting up to win this Rag flip to win the game. Nope. I thought it maybe was baiting me into this dope Rag line. Where he just destroys me with Rag afterwards.
Taste my blade.
Well, without Brawl is actually Rag a little bit later is too annoying. He's got Lightning Bolt, Spirit Claws, and like maybe another Feral Spirit. And maybe another Storm, or it could be a Flame Wreath Faceless and not a Storm, you know? It's all like mix and match from that point. There's only one Storm though.
What now?
I kinda like just playing the N'Zoth. Oh, he's got the Maelstrom board. He's got 2 Maelstrom portals left, actually. Forgot about that. So it's Lightning Bolt, Spirit Claws, Maelstrom Portal, and then another card. Oh my god, so many cards left. I want to save the Ghoul to deal with Maelstrom Portal minions. Maelstrom Portal's likely coming out this turn. Second Spirit. So Lightning Bolt, Spirit Claws, Maelstrom Portal, and 3 other cards. I just want to get them forward underfoot. Maybe we should have just connected 10 to his face. I'm like, but then I kill off my own Grom, but I think it may have been better. Just to connect 10 to his face, and then just try and take him to fatigue after punching him for 10. He's got Maelstrom Portal Storm left still. 4x.
I'm almost out of cards.
So it's all going to come down to if he rolls Spell Power or not for the N'Zoth. I get 3 Infested Torrents and however many he rolls. Fire Elemental left too. Maybe he doesn't have a second Storm then. Oh, I can't hit the taunt. Well, we're just going to fully charge this N'Zoth and rest.
Out of cards.
This might be it, boys. Too greedy. Flame Wreath, double Fire Elemental. Probably Rag too, right? Oh, no, Argent Square, okay. So he's got Lightning Bolt, Spirit Claws, Maelstrom, Portal, and hopefully not the second Storm. So I want to kill this. Try and make it so he has to roll it again. If he wants to get the board clear. Miss spell power. Super huge. He does run second storm. Low roll. Not too. Yeah, I rolled all of them. It's pretty unlucky. Didn't even wait for the spell power. He's just got it. It's the Spirit Claws. Ah. He low rolls a few of them, I think we win, but we also should hit him for 10.
Job done.
First class. A triple high roll was a bummer. Can't even get 12-0 now. Feels bad. Oh, I forgot to let my dog out. I'll be right back.
Outside?
Alright. Hopefully we can recover.
Garrosh versus Brawl.
For Doomhammer. Victory or death.
This hand can't support Brawl. Brawl's a good card in the matchup, but we have to be able to beat Tunnel Trog first. Keeps touching that far left card. More shamans. It is 50% of my opponents have been shaman now. So since we have Harrison in our hand, he can't play Spirit Claws. Pretty sweet. So it keeps one card. Probably Totem Golem. It's Totem Golem. Set up to kill it. That's unlucky. Well, Barnes can help set up the bash to be able to trade.
Tonight, a tale of true
High roll.
Earth Mother is near.
Now he's got Hex. Or we just win.
I wonder.
High team's value next turn now.
There is little time.
It's not gonna kill the Barnes. Gives their card a lot of value.
For honor.
We hunger for vengeance.
Yeah, still worth the
that
card.
belongs in a museum.
Ishne Ano Pura.
I like getting rid of spell power. Spell power causes nasty, unfun things. We're still a value deck at our core, so even though we gained so much tempo, we also gained value in that exchange. And it is very important to remember that you're Control Warrior, and not to just YOLO out minions and try and go all face, right? And sometimes you can get in a mindset when you get a high roll off Barnes to start doing that and throw a game. Oh man, 1 mana thing from below.
There is little time.
2 1 mana things from below. And a flame time totem. This could have attacked. I'm fine holding on to my spot removal. trying to think of like how I lose from these positions, and
Tonight, a tale of
most of it revolves around not having removal for specific scenarios. So, going for the long game. I have card advantage, board advantage, health advantage.
There is a lot at
So a lot of
stake.
times I win the long game with all of these things.
Charge, roar! I can wait no longer. Haste my
He has to at least use a card to answer this, so... Worst it trades 1 for 1, hopefully it goes even better than that.
My totems! My
Ah, the
precious
sequence thing.
totems!
Missed a free totem. Two brawls and a ghoul. 3 draws to just kind of instantly win me the game.
what to do.
That's a no-go. Gotta get rid of that fast. Ghoul or brawl, come on. Brings back a Karen.
Tar, Ogre!
No time for games.
Second X. Where are my brawls? I guess I'm just gonna lose because I don't find brawl.
What now?
So 16 damage, we're at 21 life.
I must choose.
So plays around Lightning Bolt while setting up Ghoul. Plays around Thunder Bluff. That's a lot of wood. The 2-3 lives, we might be able to win. So I will hold it back. Unlucky.
Job done. I choose death. Well played.
That was the only outcome we lose, right? The only Brawl outcome. Every other Brawl outcome we survive a turn. Geddon couldn't find value. 4 mana 7/7s were good.
Garrosh versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer. Victory or death.
Alright, another shaman. Keeps one. Probably Totem Golem. Hasn't touched the coin yet, though. Usually they touch the coin when they're thinking about... Oh, there it goes. He's thinking about playing Totem Golem or not. Shaman doesn't run Ooze. They run Harrison sometimes, though. Just losing to decks that make no sense.
Job done.
Cycle the shield block. We have armor gain additional in hand. We just need things to do. Sets up the bash anyway.
We hunger for vengeance.
Job done.
That's a pretty good minion for the board. At least eats up 2 things.
wonder.
I have no time for games.
I like getting Sylvanas Hexed instead of Karen, because Karen allows me to play the value game later on with N'Zoth a lot better.
What to do?
It's a lot of damage.
Let
Yeah,
none survive.
don't want this totem, so I'm gonna attack first. That's pretty sick. No joke there.
I wonder.
One rag.
By fire be burned. Die, usurper. Take heart.
Double shield slant, double execute still in the deck. 16 cards remaining. He didn't have Hex last turn, so we hope he doesn't top deck it. Bummer. Double execute, double shield slam, bottom 13.
Tonight, a tale of terrible tragedy.
God's rule! Die, usurper.
I actually need this.
Let the pain speak to me.
I want to have the ability to gain armor to deactivate these shield slams that are lost.
There is a lot at stake here.
Need 6 from hand to kill me. He's gonna kill me with the spirit claws from the far left.
I'll get right on it.
There is little time.
Played around, kid. We might not die. He was 5. Last turn he needed 6. Now he needs 7. So theoretically we can win the tempo back on the board. No, don't top deck X. Bummer. Healing totem disables the rule. There we go. Finally a little bit of good fortune. I get a Sylvanas too. 1 storm, 1 portal down.
That belongs in a museum.
Harrison and Ooze. What a silly fucker.
I want to cast a spell.
Ooze to storm. Storm number 2 kills us. Potentially that card. I have a hunch it could be a Spirit Clause that he's holding, though. Because I've been holding this card all game. So maybe he just held it back. Nope, it was Storm. Double high roll. So he's dead.
There's little time.
Yeah, double high rolled and triple high rolled today. Did you win either of those rolls? No, he's got the book anyway. You need to win both of the rolls. Nah. I left a bad taste in my mouth. $16 packs. I have 30. I think I would have. I'm pretty tired. I want more than my gold back, so. Do you only get one try? I can't seem to get back in. The fuck? I won't play. Five runs maximum? How many days is it then? Because I'm quite tired right now, so I don't want to waste the opportunity. And a bit tilted, if I'm honest. So we have 4 more days. So we should do a run every day, right? I don't want to burn myself out. Priest.
Life shall bring victory.
I don't want to play against Priest.
Or death.
Alright, I tell you what. I'll open the packs and then just host somebody. Playing as Priest is boring. Priest Risk Control Warrior anyway. So I'll open the packs and we can host somebody. So let's open some packs. Garbage cards. Fantastic. Oh, legendary. Second pack. And an epic. Golden legendary. I'm calling it. It's probably something good. The Packs are rigged. They give you better cards when you earn them. Good. Oh, plenty of dust for the new set now. Hooray. For real though, no goldens, man. I need to work on my golden set. I don't have any goldens. I got legendaries, but I'm low rolling, I think. To be fair. There's a golden. I don't like Faceless Summoner and Temple Mage, so I think it's overrated. Eerie Statue just subscribed for 2 months in a row. Welcome back to the Batcave Team thing, man. Appreciate the support. I think I'm like one of the only streamers that doesn't have like all gold everything. Feels bad, man. Still building my classic set, bruh. Alright, last pack. And then I want to watch Kalento. I'm gonna see how good he's doing in the arena. Maybe Kalento will come out of retirement thanks to the arena and start playing in tournaments again. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys giving me company on this run through the Tavern Brawl. We'll be back tomorrow, do another run, and hopefully, you know, do better next time, learn from mistakes and what have you. Anyway, take care, guys.